Hello, welcome back mga kalapatsa. O ganyan na itong gihulat karon na akong gitulis ganina sa akong intro. Walain ang pinakabongga, pinakabanggiitan na pageantera sa Davao City, WINONA Manchures.
Char! What a good introduction!
Ano yung pinaka-worst na experience mo sa pageant?
Pinaka-worst, it was in Colombia, Sultan Kudarat. And then a day before, our friend Benji informed us that it's Delicado before. They're open because they conducted a Miss Gay pageant. It's just that there are tribe wars gani. At first, I didn't mind it at all. Wala dyan ako gibutas ako isip ng Delicado just because that time mga bata kami and we're house sa pageant ba. So, go lang ng go.
Next question natin, ano yung mindset mo pag nandun ka na sa stage?
Mindset, when I was younger, siguro mindset ako before is just to really show off, like perform on stage, like I just wanted to express myself more. Tubala ako, that's my mindset because I treat pageant or I consider pageant before as kanang biga-biga, para lang ma-express ako sa iyo ng mabayot ko and
then para makita sa mga kuan na you're kanang kuan ka, kanang sikat ka.
Yes, that's my mindset before. Those were the days. But as the time passes by, it changes. I became more of a technical side when it comes to mindsetting. Like, because kaniha, this is my advice as well to younger generation na nag-pageant. Kasi most of the time, if we don't have that much belief in ourselves or belief in ourselves na we always compare ourselves to others. Especially now in this day and age na dagan kang mga manika na kayo na bayo, full of magbapa kaayo, balakang kaayo, bubayan kaayo, and then mga nose kaayo. I have insecurities in mind, but every time I'm joining pageant, the mindset that I have is always to be at my best foot every time I'm on stage. Like, I don't care of how beautiful you are. Ang akong mindset is, we'll just have a fight on stage and that's it.
Exactly.
Diba? So, at the end of the day, pageant is a show, so you need to perform. Mas iba pa ka dira even though you are the goddess sa paningin sa ibang tao or sa audience. But if you don't know how to perform, then wala, diba? So my mindset is always like that. Perform, give me the heels and I'll give a show.
Bongga. Very inspiring. So, kasi kaibahan sa yung purpose natin o sa halos sa pag-join of passion.
That's what I said earlier. The purpose before that I had was to really show off lang the, the gay side of me, just for me to be recognized na ay, pa siya na bayot, and then bayot siya. It's more of the purpose before is more of I want to impress the people around me na I'm like this,
so
I can be like this. Now it's a really different scenario.
Ano na talaga yung
Purpose. This is really cliche na I would say na I wanted to influence na the people around me of how to be confident, that you can portray two types of personality kasi as what you've known me, pag sa office bay ako, I'm just very simple.
Exactly.
I don't wear makeup that much, and then I don't mind how I look. I don't mind it. But yes, and if you're joining a pageant, then that's the time that you need to make yourself and feel confident. So the purpose why I'm joining now is I really wanted to. This may sound cliche as what I mentioned earlier. This may sound cliche, but I wanted to influence the younger generation of LGBTQ na you can do more than just pageants. Even though I'm pageantera, but I made it sure that I was able to finish my studies because that's really, 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 really important. So through that pageant, I can be able to share and to let people know that si WINONA maski pageantera siya, but she was able to finish her studies. She is a professional worker because she's working in the BPO industry. So I wanted to share my story. And siguro funny thing na most of the people doesn't know yet about me is that when I was in high school, I was also a burden to my mom. Kasi I was a repeater. I had a 6 years contract in high school.
Support.
So that's one thing. I wanted to influence them that education is really important.
Para ka nag-senior high.
Yes. At that early stage of my life, naka-senior high na wala pa na-implement ang senior high. And then also, when I was in college, it's my bragging right that I was able to be included sa national level sa volleyball, and we represented Region 11, Region 12, that's Sultan Kudarat. I think it's whole Region 12 that we represented in the national pre-sa. So even though I'm petite, I'm not that tall, but I was able to be on that level, so it's a proud moment for me. That's my bragging rights. Na it's not about the gender. Diba?
Oo, sa magbintay na lawas.
I don't know, I think it runs in our blood. Kasi my mom is really, she said na when she was young though, she's like this. she's not that taba jud, and then the legs are very
long.
kandila na legs like that.
Long-legged. Naligid ako.
Ay, mga bloopers mo diri aba.
Tsaka lang,
edit lang ha.
Tsaka lang.
Okay, ano, that's
Okay na. Because normal, we're not perfect. Diba?
Correct.
Kahit nasa pageant nagkakamali din sa pagsagot, diba?
Yes, exactly. And going back, so when I was about to find a work here in Davao. There were from Tacorong, because after I graduated, that's the time that I decided to come here in Davao and to find work. And at first I was really, nothing, zero. All the things that I have is confidence, and that's what I've learned as well in pageantry in the world of country. You need to be confident at all times, even though mali-mali ang grammar, ang pronunciation. As long as you're able to be confident and show,
express yourself.
Yeah, express yourself, then you'll succeed. So, in collaboration, siguro, I wanted to be an example to the young LGBTQ. That pageant is a way for you to express yourself, but it's also a way for you to inspire and empower not just the people in the LGBTQ, but also the people around you.
Maka-inspire ka ayo sa us. Maka-inspire ka TL.
Thank you very much.
You're a great influencer.
Char.
So, what's yung mga technique na nabihila ka matagal? Sa heard na nag-follow mo dito since nagkaila ka a year ago. Then, talagang sarad ka matagal. Kung
Yeah.
hindi LM siguro ang show, diba? Kanang dila ka mang pagkailan, ano yung mga show na LM, kanang palakasan ng kapit. So pag dili LM ang show, unsa jud yung mga bisan LM ka na, unsa yung mga technique para anong dili jud ka iba tara sa career na natawag sa pageant.
Yeah, actually last year, I started joining again to pageant, and then I think I just have 2 pageants and I was not able to be on the top 5. It's just 2 pageants. And funny thing as well, if I'm joining pageants, if for example maan ko sa lugar ng pageant ko, I'm not wearing makeup at all, and they will not consider me as something that's threat to them because I'm not that physically, if being compared to my opponents now, since they're all Barbies na, they all under 20.
Alas lahat.
Yes, most of them are really pretty. So most of the time, if I'm going to the pageant, I'm just wearing shorts, slippers, and then t-shirt lang, no makeup, and in the bag. That's all I have if I'm joining pageant. And then most of them will not treat me as
paglabas galing sa backstage yun, nagka-transform.
So that's actually my technique. You need to know when to pick. Kasi, diba? That's what I've learned from Shamsi. You need to know when to pick. Kasi you're not judged going there to the pageant. You're a judge on stage.
No.
On stage, right? So if you're on stage, give it your all.
Exactly.
Perform well.
No.
Because again, do not exhaust your energy or exert your energy sa mga portion na you were not judged. So that's it. I just know I have this mindset of knowing when to pick on a pageant stage.
Kung nakaayo. So, ano mo mga pinaka-challenging na pageant na inasalitan?
Pinaka-challenging, there were a lot, especially last year, 2019, because it's my first time, I know it's not my first time to foray into the field of pageantry here in Davao, because I was able to join before here in Davao, last 2011 and 2012, and at that time, first join ako diri as I was crowned.
Uy, bongga.
Yeah, first join ako. It's in Victoria Heights. It's in somewhere in Lana. Somewhere in Lana. It's a subdivision, I think. And that's my first time. And funny thing, I don't have that much supporters that time. It's just me and my friend. We just
So wala ka talagang mga gamit?
wala. Super. And I just borrowed down sa akong friend na taga-Kalinan.
How about makeup?
And it's not
Makeup
fitted.
ka?
We have a makeup set. Of course, gays always have a makeup
Yeah,
set.
ikaw yung nag-makeup.
Yes, I'm doing my makeup. That's what we're trained for before sa Iloilo. Now we're just doing our own makeup. And then that's it. So that's it. My first join here in Davao was I was crowned second, I was crowned third, I was second runner up, and then I stopped. I went back home to Tacorong, and then nag-work ko as makeup artist. And then when I went back here, and then
So pangalawang balik na?
pangalawang balik na ako. And then I work, what's that? I focused more on my job
Sa BPO.
sa BPO. So that's why I stopped joining pageants at all. And then I went back in the world of pageantry just last year because
So from that last join mo ng pageant, how many years ka bago nag-join ulit?
I think 3 years or 4 years of being not in the pageant scene.
Ang haba-haba din ng pahinga.
Yes, and then siguro nag-join
So
ko
ano yung
pa-
na-feel mo? Ano yung na-feel mo na yung pagbalik mo? Ano yung talagang pagbalik mo hindi ka ba kinakabahan? Or ano yung talaga mindset?
Yes, that's a good
Hindi ka
question.
I'm here, I'm back in the pageantry.
That's a good question kasi the first after I stopped, and then the first pageant that I went into last year was in somewhere in our place in Tacorong. And then funny thing is
Yun yung
that
first.
yes, actually I begged for a slot to join that pageant because in Tacorong it's slotted kasi in our place.
Una na talaga yun.
Yeah, it's already slotted. It's fully already occupied by the pageanteras there in Tacorong. So I begged to one of my friends na, "Mod, I want to join because I feel like I'm so stressed. I need to have an
Nangangati na
outlet."
talaga.
Yes, nangangati. No, not really nangangati in the world of pageant. Siguro I just wanted to have an outlet to divert my attention because I was really stressed that time sa work. So, nang mamunggus sa akong friend, mag-join ko Matspi. I really wanted to join. And good thing, my friends there, they were really supportive of me. Even my opponents there, and mga friends ko na comment, sige, join ka mas, So they really support. They give me
So
all the things that I
enjoy
need.
lang.
Yes, they really give me, they gave me all the things that I need. Gowns na ako, makeup na ako, heels na ako. I was provided everything. And I was very thankful sa pageant night na, I have still that confidence within me, but I was shaking during the introduction because that's my first ever again on that stage to be walking, to introduce myself. So everything was new to me at that time. So I was really shaking. But after the introduction, casual wear, swimsuit, okay na. I was okay na. So and the first
lang
pageant, it's
talaga
first
yung-
runner up. I was first runner up. Yes.
So yung first lang yung very challenging,
Yeah.
parang nangangapa ka ulit. Tapos
Yes.
yung mga pag second na yung part, ano na part yun?
Casual swimsuit, it's
Casual.
fine as ako. And then the interview, it was fine. It was heartfelt actually.
So by the way, so since I mentioned mo, you nakaharbat ka og 30 crowns ba? More or
Yeah.
less. What's it feeling pag ikaw na ang napatungan ko?
Siguro ano,
At first, di mo na na-feel na kung parang nakarami ka?
Diba, as what I told you, the things or the mindset that I had before is really far different from what I have now. So dati, I feel like overwhelmed. I feel like, hindi ako pinakagwapa karon, and it really made me happy that time. Of course, winning the crown will really make you
Mas
happy,
compare
right?
ka ron na magka-crown na.
Karon kimo, it's nothing.
Normal.
It's just normal to me. Like I'm used. I'm not really bragging myself, but I'm used to it already. Siguro, on my journey, for over the years, murag di na ako masyado na whether I lose or win, it's a normal thing for me. Wala na siya masyadong
No.
epekto sa ako. It's
What
just
about,
normal.
what about kung natanggal ka sa competition?
No, competition last year, I was really devastated, but not to the point na na-frustrated ko. Not to the point, I was devastated, but not to the point na na-frustrated ko nga kanang mag-read ko, mag-mourn ko nga na always
For
for
dali lang
something.
makabubuan,
Yes.
diba?
I lost, and then after that one, siguro mga after 5 minutes lang, because I really have this kanang internal dialogue sa akong self na kanang pag mapildi ko, I wanted to motivate myself because no one else can motivate you to be back on your feet again, diba? So what I did is I said na hindi na para sa ako that's not just for me.
Okay, dili lang time. Ang
Oo.
time, mag-matter siya nga. It's not my time kaya hindi ko nakuha tong crown. So nga ganun. Ganun ang mga
So I went
mindset.
back to the learnings that I had in the world of pageantry na it's not every day it's your birthday. Yan, di ba? Not, judging beauty is subjective. Siguro di nakabapas pa na sa mga judges and you're not worth the crown. So that's why it happened. But,
Depende sa
you know,
depende sa standard sa mga judges.
yes,
Okay?
so,
Every judges will ay nasa mga different na standard of
judging.
beauty, diba? Then the way ka mag-answer and ano. Kaya sa first mga good, hindi mo question and answer tayo, hindi mo makita nila lang,
Beauty.
ay, witty ni siya, ano, beauty ka first, huwag ka nang mapansin ka, kanang pag itang gilas, diba, na siya. Okay, so, last question, ano yung mga pinaka-bomb na advice sa mga batanon na mga LGBTQ karon na nag-join sa pageants?
Okay, siguro I would say this in general. Kasi beauty pageant has really evolved. Dati kayo pagpagwapa lang ta, and then pabalakang-balakang lang ta, and then we're good to go. We can compete in pageants and be on that stage and feel like we're the most beautiful. Same as the pageant sa mga
Babae.
yes,
Kaglalaki.
babae lalaki. Nowadays, really, you need to really speak well and you need to be really you need to have a purpose in joining a pageant. This may sound cliche ha, kasi some of you would say na it's a pageant because you're joining pageant, that's why you have that words na you need to have something within you or that could motivate and would inspire you to join pageant. But it's really, based on my personal experience, if you really have that within you, if you have that motivation within you, why you join that pageant, it will serve as your anchor. Na no matter what, sometimes shaky ang in the world of pageant, mas shake ka, mas challenge pa ka dira. If you're anchored with the purpose that you wanted to show to people and you wanted to share to people, you will not be shaky at all. Kasi you know your anchor. So my best advice to the younger generation who wants to join pageant, especially sa mga LGBT, is to study first. Pageant can wait. Study first. Pageant can wait. It's better that if you're joining pageants, people will not just say, ay, she's really pretty, like that. It's really fulfilling. It's really fulfilling if people will say she's a total package. Diba? So study first.
Last, bago tayo mag-end, kanang kaya sample sa imong opening nga kana sa introduction.
Opening?
Yes, gusto na ako takatong si Lara, Princess Lara,
Okay, my introduction.
I'm gonna decide to go.
I really miss this moment. I'm going to introduce myself. Guys, introduction in a pageant is really, really, really important because that's the first impression. So as much as possible, impress them so that they will bantayan kanila in the next segment of the competition. So it's really amazing. So I'll just teach you how to do the introduction. First things first is, if you're on stage, if for example you're standing in front of the microphone already, you need to know, or you need to be at your best footing, meaning you need to stand well, because posture is really powerful. And if you have a good posture, you can really express yourself well. You can pronounce words properly, and then breathe. And before you start your introduction, take a deep breath and then breathe out and then start your introduction.
Pause.
Yes, exactly. Do not rush up mag introduction ka. So my introduction goes this way. Some have beauty, others the brains. But fortunately, I have both. The beauty that is not just physical. It's the beauty of the heart, the mind, and the soul. And the intelligence that enables me to express my thoughts with wisdom. A glorious and a prosperous evening to each and everyone. I stand by the name of the 2005 Miss International and one of the most sought actresses in Philippine television. So the ending part of my introduction is, before I leave this turn stage, I would like to give you a message. I may be small, and the others are big and tall. But always remember that once in the Bible, a simple and an ordinary David defeated the giant Goliath. So ladies and gentlemen, let the battle begin.
Bongga. Thank you, TL, for sharing us your knowledge.
Yes, I wanted to share more, but you know.
For visiting me. Hopefully, makahimo ka tag mga videos. Mga inspiring videos ay nani. Isang kat, Lakwatsera, mga Lakwatsera, kasi gusto ko din may natutunan yung mga viewers ko when it comes to pageantry, kasi as a member of the LGBTQ community, gusto ko rin maka-influence ng mga bago nating yung mga batanon, mga new generation na nag-join ng pageant. Even though hindi ako
I have a word. They're called posterity.
Posterity.
Meaning new generation. Posterity of the LGBTQ people.
So, ayun, naka-advise ka na sa kanila. At saka, thank you so much for, again, sharing the knowledge.
You know, good. I really like your content, because you really wanted to inspire people. So, you know, why not?
So, yun lamang po. Maraming salamat sa pag-watch ng aking YouTube channel. Once again, this is Lakwatsera. Maraming salamat, guys.
Bye-bye!